it's super late, so I'm going to try and make this super quick. Also, I had a shower before I came to the cinema and I look a bit like a spaniel, so apologies if you don't like your films reviewed by someone who looks like a gun dog. Tonight's film was Black Widow. I have been waiting for this for so long. It should have been out last summer, and then there was that pesky virus, so I got to see it tonight. I obviously came to the cinema to see it, although I believe it's available on Disney Plus Premier Access as well. Watching a Marvel film in the cinema felt really surreal, because obviously we had Avengers Endgame in summer of 2019. Forgotten. Must have been 19. Was it 19? Wasn't 18. 2019 we had Avengers Endgame, and then all the other Marvel stuff I've seen since has been small screen, because we had WandaVision and then the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and now Loki. So yeah, being back in that world was surreal. Having Black Widow, aka Natasha Romanoff, back was also odd, because obviously, spoiler alert, she does die in Endgame, which is probably the bit I cried the most at. Maybe I cried a lot during Endgame, if I'm honest. So yeah, this play takes place time-wise obviously before Avengers Endgame. So straight in, there's talk of the Sokovia Accords. It's got Thunderbolt Ross in it. So yeah, just to be back in that world and go, right, okay, this is where we are, this is what's happening, this is what's already happened. It's just really enjoyable. I absolutely love Scarlett Johansson in everything, but particularly in this role. This time she is joined by the, oh man, they're on adjectives, the utterly phenomenal Florence Pugh. Like, let me just talk for a moment about Florence Pugh, because my god. So she's this tiny little British actress, and age-wise, what, early to mid-20s? I'm honestly not sure. You may have seen her in such films as the most recent version, Greta Gerwig's version of Little Women, where she played Amy, who actually is really irritating but manages not to be when she's played by Florence Pugh. She was in Fighting With My Family alongside Nick Frost and Lena Headey, playing real-life WWE superstar Paige. She was in the weird horror film Midsommar. She's just exceptional. She's so pretty, but there's a real grit to her, and a sort of an older worldy, like she's been here before sort of vibe. Her performance doesn't really fit with a young age. She's really good, man. So she is Natasha's little sister of sorts. This is about the family that they had, living as the fake daughters of Russian sleepers in the US. So we start in Ohio in 1995, and then we go from there. It also stars Ray Winston. I don't want to give too much away. I've probably already given too much away, but yeah, it's great fun. There's some great action set pieces. The parents, quote unquote parents, of the two girls are played by David Harbour, who you will know from Stranger Things, and also British actress Rachel Weisz. David Harbour particularly has some of the best lines. He's a big, ridiculous Russian bad guy, badass, the only super soldier from the Soviet Union, and he is very funny. Florence Pugh also, with the lovely Russian accent, gets in some cracking lines. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's quite dark in places. The whole idea of how it's about how the widows are created, the process that they go through. And obviously this was hinted at previously, I guess, in Age of Ultron, I think, when Scarlet Witch does a hoodoo on Natasha and sort of flashes her back to her training. I'm sure some nerd will watch this and tell me I've got the wrong film, but yeah, we've seen a glimpse of Natasha's past before, we've heard stories, but this sort of really shows us what happens and how these young girls are turned into these basically deadly assassins, and how messed up it all is. Yeah, I'm not going to go into much more detail about the plot. If you're a Marvel fan, you're going to go and see it. And if you're not, then you won't. I'm really glad I did. I know I missed the match, and turns out England are through to the finals of the Euros. But yeah, I wasn't watching because I was watching Black Widow, because cinema is my happy place, so that's where I was. I'm going to go now because it's super late and I need some kip before work tomorrow. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Back with more reviews soon. Bye bye.